Hi, Bridget from the future here with a little disclaimer. So I filmed this upcoming video at my actual Monday Hour 1 process, which is the very first thing I do at the beginning of my week. This is a great time for me to set out my weekly plan. However, it's not a great time for me for socializing. So in the video, if I seem a little less than enthused, it's just because I'm actually really tired and I'm not used to talking to anybody that early. But I wanted to give you an authentic behind the scenes view at my weekly planning. So here it is, reality and all, very tired and showing up anyway. So I hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm Bridget from Bridget Marie Energy Design, and today I'm going to give you a little walkthrough of my weekly planning process, which is what I do first thing when I sit down to work on Monday mornings. So it's called my Monday Hour 1. That's the very first thing I do. So I do this all in Notion, of course. Let's dive right in. So here's my cute little daily dashboard. This is my go-to when I need to sit down to work to do anything. I have a little anchor here that takes me directly down to my Monday Hour 1, or I can just scroll on down. So let's click that. And if you want to see, it took me through my whole little dashboard here. So here in Monday Hour 1, I have a little checklist and a toggle over here. And I use this template button to give me my checklist of what I need to do to go through my process. So the first step is clearing the previous week's tasks. And I pretty much have done that already. This is just kind of cleaning up any tasks that are left over that maybe I didn't get to or are continuing on. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these ones. I don't need them. All right, so that's done. My next step is to update my weeks. So this here is a view of my tasks database, and I filter it based on what current week I'm in. So I open this toggle, and what I do is I have these little arrows indicating which week I'm on and then what's the next week. So this is just a space for me to go ahead and update that. So I put these shoe arrows in to show that I'm on this week, and then I go down to the next week and I use that arrow to show me that's next week. So I did all that, cool. And then I go in here and I update the week to this current week using those arrows. Save, cool, that's done. Now this is how I go ahead and take care of my recurring tasks. I call them ongoing tasks. I prefer to have one page that contains all of my information that I just keep carrying with me every time I need to do that task. So this is how I set up how to do that. So here I have this toggle that just shows me my ongoing tasks for the week. So I switch it to this current week. And then I use this, what I call an ongoing status, and I go ahead and I update all these completed ones to new. And then that, for me, that's separate than my task status. So this is just how I've figured out it works best for me. So now all of those ones will show up here because they have that new ongoing. So that's that. And then I also have a view of next week's tasks. So if I want to see what is coming up during the week, I just update that there. And then I can look at this throughout the week if I need to. All right, so the next thing that I do is I have a Zap set up to show me any upcoming things that have added to my Google Calendar. They automatically show up here. And so for this one, I know that I already have this as an ongoing task, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. But if there's anything new in here that I don't have, I would just go ahead and drag it from here up into my weekly view. So that's what that is. And then next is to add anything from my Google Calendar. So I pretty much don't look at any of the days of the week or anything like that yet in here until I start adding in my Google Calendar tasks or appointments or anything that's in my Google Calendar, and then go ahead and organize it. So I'm not going to open up my Google Calendar here. I'm going to do that later. And so then the next step is to organize my tasks on each day. So this is when I kind of just like take a look and I see, oh, maybe I have just like too many things going on Monday. I can move some of these things to different days like this, just dragging and dropping depending on what's going on. I just kind of move things around, and that's a thing that I sometimes do throughout the week as well, just depending on how things are going. So I'll just organize them on each day, whatever feels good. And then I'll go up and I'll check on my projects and assign any tasks to this week. So I'll scroll on up to here where my projects are, and these are my top projects here. So say if I have a very like top focus of this is what I'm working on this month or this quarter, I can go in here and see, okay, are there any outstanding tasks that I need to go ahead and add on to this week? And so inside of my projects, I have my task list filtered to show me whatever this project is. So then if I determine that I want to add it onto this week, I'll go in here and click in the week and add it to my week and whatever day that I want to do it on. So that's if I need to add anything in from projects. My next step is to empty my inbox, and this is I empty my inbox on is bi-weekly the right word? Twice a week basis. I do the majority of emptying it out at the end of the week during my weekly review. So on Mondays when I'm doing this process, I usually don't have a lot in my inbox. However, this week I did not do my weekly review, so there's a bunch of stuff in here. But the things from my inbox will get filtered into these toggles here into my different databases wherever they need to go. And then the next thing I do is I start my weekly review. So I open this up in a new tab. Thanks, Notion, for the tabs. Go ahead and start my new weekly review. I use that handy dandy little arrow to pick which week I'm on and set the dates for the week. And then I go ahead through, and this is something that I cut out and I paste it onto my daily dashboard. So I paste this into here, and then at the end of the week when I'm all finished, I paste this back into my weekly review. So this is just a place where I go ahead and throughout the week, I just write down little notes of after I do a task or after I do something fun, I write it in here, and then that just helps me when I'm going through my weekly review. I also in here have a little check-in of what do I need this week? What does my business need this week? I check in on my gene keys. And then I go ahead and choose an affirmation for the week to hold on to. And that affirmation, I go ahead and I put in this box here. And that is something that I say as I'm making my morning spelled teas. I just like say it throughout the week. And that's a nice little positive reminder and intention to hold with me as I'm working throughout the week. So that's starting my weekly review. And then the last thing I do is I check my email. And a little handy thing that I did for myself here was when I need to go into my Google Calendar or check my email, I just put direct links for that. So I can click this button and it's automatically going to open up exactly where I needed to go in my email or my Google Calendar. So those are pretty handy. And then when I'm done with this, I just close the toggle and I go ahead and delete it so it's gone, and I'm all set for next week when it's time to do my Monday hour one again. So I hope you liked that very quick, brief walkthrough of my Monday hour one process. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about it, or I'd love to hear how you do your weekly planning as well. And if you'd like to see any more of these videos, just let me know. Give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.